What it do, YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. Ooh, man, Christmas time right around the corner. We just barely got through Thanksgiving, man. Yeah, you saw the thumbnail. Porch Pirates, man. That's the topic of the day. Porch Pirates. Crazy, man. Well, YouTube, let you know I'm in a safe control environment. No children around. Nobody's in this entire area I'm at. All the firearms are unloaded. Nothing in the chamber. Nothing in there. Nothing in the tube. Safe control environment. Clicked 18 over for my content. Video has been uploaded, so we're all safe. Yeah, man. Pirate, they call them Porch Pirates, I guess. I was like, damn, I saw that last year. Porch Pirates. They got a new little name for these cats now. Porch Pirates, man. They going around stealing packages, but now it appears that they're going for high-end stuff now, man. Like, I guess they used to just come up to your porch and just grab your stuff and then run. They're getting a little bit more high-tech, man. So stand by, watch this clip real quick. This first one's crazy right here. This is crazy. I couldn't believe when I saw this.
High-tech crime. Homeowners with surveillance cameras and even alarm systems really need to hear about this sophisticated new trend.
Authorities say crooks are using Wi-Fi jammers to disable those systems. Local Times Larry Livingston is live in Miami to explain this all for us. Laren.
And the gentleman you're about to hear from, he is convinced that this is what happened to him over the weekend. And now we're learning that this isn't the first time it's happened. And police say it may be the first time it's happened here in our neck of the woods. And either way, they want you to be aware of it.
The doorbell camera catches the first delivery and another the next day. A few hours later, this guy appears eyeing those two packages.
You see them, there's no one in front of my door, and then all of a sudden, poof, they disappear.
Roger Williams is convinced our mystery man is his porch pirate and a savvy one.
I think he may have used some sort of scrambler for my internet connection.
Roger lives at the Four Ambassadors in Brickell. He was out of town when his uninvited guest showed up this past Sunday, but his camera was working just fine.
You could see him doing something on his phone, and then he disappears around the corner. And then right after that,
the camera feed suddenly stops. When it starts working again, Roger's packages are gone. Roger says that's his porch pirate, though, there in the elevator, and what appear to be his stolen packages being stuffed in a bag. Around the same time, his camera feed dropped out. Roger says when he contacted his doorbell camera company,
they told me that the signal had degraded during that period, but they couldn't tell me whether or not it was hacked or whatever. They just blamed it on my internet.
As technology is becoming more and more sophisticated, we need to evolve.
Miami police are still investigating Roger's theft, but the idea of crooks using Wi-Fi jammers isn't far-fetched. Police in California put residents on alert about it earlier this spring.
Cameras with an SD card that will continue to record even when it's not connected on Wi-Fi is always a great idea. Or a traditional, regular, hardwired camera.
Something to think about, especially as prime package pirating season approaches.
The whole reason I got it was for security, and basically they can bypass the security.
There you go. You saw it. So, man, just, you got the Wi-Fi jammers going. I think everybody pretty much have heard of. If you haven't heard about the Wi-Fi jammers, then you're really not paying attention to what's going on. They've been using them for a minute, quite frankly. It's just now they're getting more precise on how they want to use it and who they want to use it on, because they're doing a lot of recon. They're doing a lot of recon on the person that they're going to perpetrate the crime against. So now they know that you have, packages coming to your house. They know your work hours, things of that nature. So now they can just walk up, and play. Especially if you notice that was an apartment complex or a building. So dude walked up in the building, walked by, saw the packages, because in apartments it's probably a little easier, I can imagine, because there's so much traffic. I mean, in a regular house, maybe your neighbor could see something or something. You would just look odd walking by and then walk by again. But in an apartment complex, man, that wouldn't really raise a flag. Somebody walking down the hallway and a bunch of packages at a door, and then you circle back around. Now, dude was slick, but he was kind of dumb if you think about it. Like, when he basically turned the Wi-Fi jammer off once he got the packages and then got in the elevator, well, he forgot that there's still cameras on. So if he was smart, but they're not smart, he would have put, when he jammed the Wi-Fi, he should have put the packages in the bag at the location where he took the packages from, and then no one ever would have knew who he was. But see, that's why when you're a criminal, my brother told me, rest in peace, my brother told me a long time ago when he was, he's taught to give us game about don't be a criminal and don't get into criminal activities and stuff like that. He said, because once you start lying and cheating and robbing, you got to be perfect. Like, you got to bat 1,000, but the police only got to get lucky one time. And that's facts, man. You know, I got to give my brother credit on that. He told me that shit when I was like in the, 6th grade. So, like, he made that shit clear. He said, once you start doing criminal activity, you got to bat 1,000. Police, they only got to get lucky one time. One time they got to get lucky. So that's how I look at that lifestyle. They all gonna get caught eventually. I mean, you know, that's just the way it go inevitably, but they're still victimizing people along the way. They still victimizing people along the way. So it's kind of, it's unfortunate, you know, and, you know, just taking people's stuff. It's just a disheartening thing, man. And I don't know what the solution is really, because I mean, as soon as you figure out a way how to combat these criminals, they come up with another way to combat what you came up with, because they watch us. That's the one thing that makes it kind of sad, is that the criminals watch the law-abiding citizens, but the law-abiding citizens are just like, oh, it ain't my business. I don't worry about that. Ain't no snitching and all that kind of stuff. And all that no snitching stuff, this is why we're in the fucking position that we're in, because all the no snitching and nobody wants to get in nobody's business, and as long as it don't happen to me, I'm fine. And now here we are now, and there's nobody safe from all this stuff. But I do notice the trend is that they are going for people who they know got money. They're not really fooling around with people who don't got money. And I don't know how they figuring this out. A lot of people on these, even on the home invasions, they know the people ain't even armed. So these are good deterrents, you know what I'm saying? Good deterrents. But again, for this particular story, I don't know, how would you combat Wi-Fi jammer? I guess you can, you know. And that's the one thing about technology, man. It don't benefit everybody, man. It benefits in a lot of ways, like, you know, science, medicine, you know, stuff like that for sure. You know, anything medicine, X-ray machines and MRIs and anything with medicine, it definitely has a nice impact on those avenues and processing information, things of that information. But the problem is, it's still got to be a human element in the input. So if there's any weaknesses in the system, the human weaknesses, then it all combats each other. It kind of works against it. So technology is not really our friend in a lot of ways, because if there's somebody corrupt behind the buttons, then they can just do mass damages without you even knowing that it's going down. You won't know until the next day. But with that being said, I got another clip. So these Porch Pirates are really getting very, very technical how they steal packages, and now they taking packages from online pickups, and that's what I was going to get into next. So watch this clip right here. Check this one out. This was crazy right here.
Now at 10:30, a new twist on identity theft is showing up this season. Scammers posing as customers to steal in-store pickups and even packages. One local man says his newly purchased laptop disappeared from an Apple store before he even got there.
And it's not the first time that a package containing a pricey Apple product has been stolen in recent days. Jennifer McGraw has more from Sherman Oaks.
There's nothing worse than a porch pirate, but imagine going to the store to pick up your purchase and it's not there.
I ordered a laptop online. I did it for in-store pickup because I didn't want it stolen. Hey, I'm here for my in-store pickup. And immediately they go, your laptop's already picked up, sir. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've never come to pick it up.
It's just another holiday scam to watch out for. Rick Markowitz says he's out $4,000 after an imposter picked up his computer.
What do you mean? You say that I was basically hacked. He says, well, we're not saying that you were hacked, or if you weren't hacked, but we're saying that someone with an ID with your name on it came in and picked up the laptop.
Well, he works to get the situation rectified, and after filing a police report, he went online to see if this is a thing.
John Shin says cameras captured a UPS driver handing over his package to a stranger.
Earlier this week, he saw this on KTLA, a crook posing as the homeowner, showed an ID, and then walks off. And then this, who appears to be the same guy caught doing The same thing in Irvine.
And I'm like, wait, am I the third instance of someone who has a laptop intercepted in tracking, specifically from Apple? Specifically, mine was in store, which is crazy.
In essence, this is identity theft.
Randy Sutton is a retired police lieutenant and crime prevention specialist who believes these victims have been hacked.
Making a fake ID is a walk in the park, especially when you're dealing with people that are sophisticated.
He says in these 3 cases, scammers likely hacked the victims' cell phones, getting their tracking and potentially making an ID. To see if your phone has been hacked?
There's a website out there called malwarefox.com, and that lists all of the different methodologies used to compromise your information.
And for Rick, who thought he was doing everything right, is hoping to warn shoppers.
If someone claims theft, it wasn't ever in my possession. How can you claim that I was robbed when you were robbed or you gave it to someone that was wrong? And as a result, I now have to beg and kick and scream up the Apple ladder just to get you guys to give me a refund for the product that you guys never handed to me.
Randy Sutton tells me usually in these cases, the credit card companies end up absorbing the cost and the consumer is reimbursed. We're in Sherman Oaks.
Okay, you saw that, right? So that's wild right there. So now they, like the cop said, he said, hey, this is identity theft. This is past stealing the package. Now we're talking about identity theft. Because it appears that they are, they're your phone's hacked, first of all. I mean, mine, yours, if you don't think you are, say something odd and then watch how it pops up on your screen. Say, I like watermelon. And then all of a sudden, 15 minutes later, a bunch of ads about watermelon popping up on your fucking phone. So, that's why people say turn your phone off and all kind of crazy stuff. I got a cousin that his garage is where he does all his computer stuff at, but it's all lined with sheet metal or something like that. So, so you can not get scrambled, all kind of stuff. But there's a lot of little ways. But the bottom line, that microphone on your phone, they listen in on that, man. Come on now. Like I said, you don't believe me? Say something absurd off the wall. I like purple balloons. And then all of a sudden you'll see ads about buying balloons for a birthday party. So now if somebody's on the other end of that can get that stuff, get that information off your phone, then they can get your identity. And it's not hard to get a picture of you and your identity. That ain't hard at all. I know, especially if you do YouTube content, your face is out there. So yeah, man, it's a big deal. Anytime you go into a store, you don't know who's behind the cameras of those stores, who the guy working security, is he in on a racket with another little affiliation selling this information? It's all about selling information, man. This is big time. This is a big industry now. So now they fake, because the fake ID things, that go back to the 80s, man. Motherfuckers had fake IDs. But they were used to get into clubs and buy alcohol. They wasn't really used to, well, clearly it wasn't no internet to pick up online packages, but so they're stealing your identity. Now they tracking what you ordering. They ain't taking your money. I noticed that. They following your orders, and then they go into the store and then with a fake ID and pick up your packages. Now somebody got to be held accountable. Apple, in this case, it was an Apple store, but these retail stores have to be a little bit more accountable. But then again, if you pull out an ID, I mean, do they got 2 forms of ID? I don't order $4,000 packages online and go pick them up from a store. That seems kind of silly to me. I like to go into the brick and mortar. If I'm buying something that expensive, I want to go into the Apple store, go into the Best Buy, pay cash. I usually pay cash on high-end products. One of the reasons why I do that, even when I buy gun stuff, 90% of my gun stuff is bought by cash, unless it's bought on little lights and stuff. That shit's all bought off Amazon and stuff. But the actual firearms, I tend to pay cash on my firearms. And part of the reason why I pay cash for a lot of high-end items and stuff, and even mid-range items, because if something goes wrong with it, they try to credit your credit card back, and it takes 2-3 weeks, all that kind of bullshit. But when you pay cash, they got to cash you out on the spot. So I usually pay cash for a lot of stuff. But even if I was going to spend $4,000 on a computer, I don't think I would go order it online. And then, see, that's what the technology is doing. It's making people lazy, and it's dropping their guard on common sense. Like, wait a minute. You mean I live 12 minutes from the store? Why am I ordering it online? Okay, maybe I can order it on. Okay, how about this? Go into the store, place the order, and then let them know, like, hey, man, let me know when it come in, and then that way it's not online. You see what I'm saying? And then that way you can just go in and then say, hey, I'm paying for it right now. Boom, boom, boom. You give me a call when they come in. Don't email me. It's a lot of ways around it, but just ordering shit online and go pick up at the store, I kind of saw that coming. You know, that's going to be a new little scam too. But that's identity theft again. So a lot of this is identity theft. Then they steal your identity. Then they track where you're moving. They track what you're buying. Now they can go intercept your products and packages that you ordering, man. This is ridiculous. This is way out of control. I'm getting too old for this shit, man. I can't believe all the crime and criminal behavior that's going on. And it's getting savvier and savvier, and it's getting more and more high tech. It's unbelievable, man. I just can't believe it's this unlimited to what they doing now, man. It's crazy, man. I put that optic on that old hunt. I threw that thing up on there. I don't know if y'all can see that. I took that other one off. I put that old hunt up on there. Yeah, man, the little optic on there. Got it zeroed in, but the gun range I went the other day, they don't allow you to shoot shotguns. That's crazy. I don't know what's the deal when I shooting shotguns. You would think Louisiana, a state that hunt like this, you know, you would think this would be the #1 firearm that they would be like in their, you know, duck hunting and dove hunting and turkey hunting, pheasant hunting, all that kind of bird hunting they got down here. There's more birds in Louisiana than anywhere in the United States, and they eat all these birds. And then I'm just like, damn, y'all don't allow shotguns? Oh no, that's wild to me, man. That's crazy. Because in California, every gun range I went to, I can't speak on all of them, but Discount Gun Mark, all of them, man. Shit, I ain't never seen one that don't allow shotguns. Matter of fact, our lanes in California, one side of my old range was like, one lane was 1 through 13, and that was pistol 25 yards and in, pistol and 22 LR. That's it. Because that side was mainly for us CCW training. All the CCW instructors did most of their training on that side. So that was 25 yards and in, and no shotguns, no rifles allowed. Then lanes 14 through 25 or 14 through 28 or whatever, 14 through 30, those was that was 50 and 75 yards. The furthest distance was 75, and you can shoot everything on that side. So it was actually separated out. So if you didn't want to hear loud 5.56 and 7.62 and shotguns, take your ass to the right to the. It was actually pistol. It was pistol, and then the other side is rifle and shotgun. So take your ass to the pistol side, man. But yeah, man, you know, been sitting back in my Glock 21. I'm telling you right now, man, I'm challenging somebody. If you ain't never shot a Glock 21, man, go to your range and shoot one and let your boy know what you think about this firearm right here. Man, this is a badass firearm, man. It ain't no recoil on it. Very powerful, super accurate, man. Clear firearm, YouTube, ain't nothing in there. Man, this thing is just like, man, dirty Harry my ass. Clint Eastwood, he never shot this. Let me tell you right now, he never shot the Glock 21. Man, this is one of my favorite ones. I was thinking about start carrying this. Now I'm fucking with you now. I'm motherfucking heavy, boy. You put those 13 round mags up in there with that 230 grain, them things was loaded, boy. Then you have a sidecar. It's a lot of weight on these suckers right here. I just realized something. I don't have that many magazines for it. I only have, because I was in California, so all I have is I got these 10 rounders. That's all I got is the 10 rounders. 3 of those, which ain't bad, you know, for 45 ACP. That's a lot of firepower, just for the record, anybody wondering. But I need to get some more of these right here. I think I'm gonna pick up 2 more of these. Then I give me a total of 6 mags total. And that'd be good enough for, because 10 rounds of 45 ACP, 230 grain, man, you ain't lacking with that. I'm telling you right now, so anybody's wondering, nah, you ain't lacking. 13 would be better, 15 would be better too, of course, more max capacity. But I'll roll with 13 rounds of 45 ACP any day. But man, back to the video, man. I just want to bring that up, man. Hey, Porch Pirates, man, watch out. They out there, man. You know, like I said, I wouldn't suggest doing no online big purchase orders and going picking them from the store. I wouldn't suggest that. If you do, maybe you can put a request in and saying, I want to show 2 forms of ID. Maybe you can tell the store to do that. Say, can you, for my pickup, can you make sure request 2 forms of ID, or even talk to the store about the online pickup scams, you know, the Porch Pirates. Now they store pirates. So maybe you want to bring that up if you order a lot from a particular store, Best Buy, Apple, whatever it may be, and let them know, like, hey, man, you heard about this? Like, you know, that's why I do these stories like this, man. I kind of like doing these stories because kind of spread information to everybody, people who don't maybe have the time to go watch mainstream media. A lot of this stuff is all over the place. But reason why California gets a lot of these cases and stories is there's a lot of money in California. So there's a lot of scammers. Most people, when they come up with a scam, they go to New York, Chicago, and California just to test their scams out. Texas too, for the most part, Austin, Dallas area. They'll go test their scams where the money at, you know, Miami Beach. They'll test their scams all where the rich play at and where the money's at. So that's why I go to those places for crime waves. Now in New Orleans, it's just basically a bunch of kids running around gang banging. To me, the crime down here in New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, it's like it's late. It's like it reminds me of the 80s or the 90s in California. Like they're like decades behind. So it's like y'all ain't learned from what happened in LA and Oakland. Y'all ain't learned from these cities that have been doing that shit for long. You just killing each other, shooting each other up. It's targeted shootings. It's not nothing worth reporting on. You know, I'm not gonna be putting videos up. 2:30 in the morning off Canal Street. Like last night, there was two shootings yesterday in New Orleans. Just yesterday, Saturday, 2 dead on one on St. Charles and somewhere, and another one was over there, some other street. And one was like in the evening, but one was at 2:30 in the morning. So you know, anything after midnight, ain't nothing good happening after midnight. So you got to figure that's just criminal behavior, degenerate lifestyle, just trying to be hardcore out there. And then as far as Baton Rouge, it's old, it's ancient. All it is the people in New Orleans who get out of jail, get released on parole, probation. They move up to Baton Rouge, take the same bad behavior up there. Half them cats in Baton Rouge are probably from New Orleans. And that's the same thing in California. There's cats from Oakland that get caught up in parole and stuff. Then they run off to Sacramento. Same thing in LA. They get caught up in parole, get released. Then they go up to Lancaster, California, Palmdale. And then just keep moving them around. They just take the same behavior and then they just run it back at another area, because the other area, a lot of these big city areas are taking away Section 8 and housing and all that kind of stuff, putting restrictions in. You can't have nobody living here that's a felon. So a lot of this is going to create more traveling criminals doing more high-tech scams and schemes, but they're going to start where the money's at, man. So if you order a lot of packages, watch your doorsteps. You know, they're using Wi-Fi jammers, online packages, identity scam, printing up full IDs, running up in the store, pick up your package, and then you out of a nice big package, man. Anyway, man, let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Let me know what y'all think about 45 ACP. I love it. Fantastic caliber. I'm so glad I bought that firearm. Yes, someone's wondering, yes, you can put a 10 mil conversion barrel in this, and you can have both. I have no intentions on doing that, but yes, you can do that. But yeah, 45 ACP is awesome. Shotgun is awesome. Let me know if your range allows shotguns. This is something new to me. I never heard of this nonsense. And yeah, man, be alert, man. Porch Pirates, they running wild, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Everybody stay blessed. Man, I love this shotgun. Man, I just love shotguns in general. It's something about the power of a shotgun, bucks, all type of ammo you can have, federal. I mean, whoo, you really can't go wrong with a shotgun, honestly, man. It's just a great piece.